Hello YouTube. So, back up here at the sawmill, and honestly guys, I ain't gonna lie to you. Every time I come up here I get a little depressed. Uh, and I love to saw, but I get depressed because I have let this thing get way out of hand. Way out of hand. I mean, it was one of the few covered shelters that I had on the property once I got it built, and I've used it just to stick anything I wanted to stick in dry. If I had a theory of, well, I don't want that to get wet, I don't want to set out in the weather, and so it became a catch-all for everything. And a lot of it's been moved out, and it still looks a disaster. So, I mean, I've got random pieces of wood stacked up here that, in my head I thought, okay, maybe I could put that on Marketplace and sell it, because I mean, there's some beautiful pieces there, but nah, nobody wants them. I mean, a lot of people look at them and be like, ooh, I want that. Um, but nobody wants to pay you anything even worth the saw time of it. And I don't want to get rid of them. I don't want to see them go to waste, because again, they can be beautiful pieces. I got a piece of cherry there, a piece of ash there that would make a really nice piece. I want to say there's a piece of, I'm not sure what that is underneath. It might be ash, it might be something else, I don't know. But there's some walnut in there. Some of that walnut that's in there is actually from a walnut that I did sell. It was one of the few pieces that I was able to sell. It was a big fireplace mantle is what the guy was going to use it for. Beautiful beam, beautiful. Solid walnut, very dark, very nice piece. But anyway, I've got stuff just 30-year buckets, 55-gallon barrels, and I don't really know where to start. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do not know where to start. My camera used to have a tripod that was really worth something, but if you look through some of my older videos, it fell over a few times, probably one time too many, and it got to where now it don't stand up. So now I'm using it sort of like a selfie stick. So I ain't got no place to set you guys up, even if I could. But honestly, this video, if I recorded the whole thing, Hannah's going to get really aggravated trying to edit it, because it's going to be a whole lot of her watching me stand around, look and wonder what I'm going to do with this stuff, because I have no idea. I want to get it all cleaned out. So what I want to do, this is the idea. If I can get it all cleaned out, that white box right there, so that's my solar, get tongue-tied really, solar charger control unit. That's kind of like the main power unit. But I don't need that big of a box for all that. So what I've been using it for, because I mean, I'll just show you guys, because you're going to be like, oh, well, it might have stuff in it, and it could, but it's just a box right now. It's a nice little box, but as you can see, only thing that's really in it is this charge controller, which is an MPPT charge controller, and then a power inverter. Now I have a bigger power inverter, and I have a type of charge controller set up that is for, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't have it in front of me, it's a lithium iron phosphate battery. Big heavy battery, 100 amp hour battery, that I'm going to put up here, more than likely, to run the lights and everything up here, because I would like to have lights up here. I don't want to hook this thing to the grid, just because. Now, there's that option. I have the solar option here. I could run it and run solar on this thing to where at any given time I could come up here, flip some lights on, and be good to go. The other option is I can actually just run a power inverter off of that 671, which would beyond run anything that I need. I mean, it's probably way overpowered for this mill. in a lot of ways. Like there's guys running a lot smaller power units and run the same size mill that I'm running. That's a 52-inch blade. I have a 56 that I want to put on it, but the 52, it just rips right through it. So it's plenty of power to supply all those needs. However, when I come up here, and it might be winter time's coming, so I get off work and I need just a little bit of light, I would like to be able to flip the light on without the need of turning that engine on and starting it up. So I got some Sawmill cats. I don't know if you guys can see the little black kitty right there. Just wandered in. Him and Mama's around here somewhere. His mama actually let me pet on her a little bit. I'm not a big cat person, but I like those because they stay away. Anyway, so the solar system is going to, I want to hook it up to where I actually got like maybe a couple outlets that plug into the inverter that I can get power from a couple different sources, just basic wired, nothing crazy, just to where I don't have to stretch an extension cord all the way from this box or wherever I put it at, and it's sort of self-contained. Said all that to say this: I need to clean all this mess up so that I can actually possibly do something like that. And I don't know what to do with all this stuff. I got 3 100-watt panels right there that are just sitting there. They're actually covered by weeds, but you know what? They kind of keep the battery trickle charged for how little I use it. I mean, I could use it right now if I needed to, but truthfully, I think that battery that it's hooked to is bad. It's hooked to a big Napa Autos. Well, you look at it there. That's a monster battery. That sucker's about, I don't know, it's probably 100 pounds, what it feels like. Battery, but I got 2 of them, and both of them are very, very old, and the cells are probably bad in them. So I don't even think they would build up full charge any which way. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know what to do with all this stuff, guys. Like I say, this is a 8x8 roughly cherry. I left it that size so that I could resaw it if need be. This is that piece of ash. That's really nice. That piece of checked up thing, I think that's, I'm not real sure. It might be a piece of poplar, to be honest with you. I don't know, it looks a little dark to be poplar. It ain't quite the right color for poplar. I don't remember. I've sawed so much random stuff that I really don't remember. And then I got to clean this stuff up. That's where the old band mill's set. I got to get those posts up off the ground, stack them up somewhere, and because those are decent posts, but you know they are what they are. And then I got to get those concrete blocks pulled up out of the ground. Those, I don't know if you guys can see it. Those blocks, when I put them in the ground, I drove rebar down, and then I concreted so that they wouldn't move. I had plans on it staying there. I always make plans and change plans. So anyway, I am going to turn the camera off right now. Pause it, whatever you think. And then I'm going to try to get a direction as soon as I figure out what that direction is and get started in it. I'll kind of loop you guys back in as time goes to show you, maybe I hope, some progress up here. It's just so, whew. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, just hang on. Okay, so for you that was a split second. For me that was a couple hours. I don't even know how long it's been, but I got this much done. So I got that stuff cleaned out. There right there is some poplar, just some big slabs. I'll probably fix that hole up there with them and that hole over there with them, because I cut that hole out to put that pipe, but eventually as you can see, I put the plumb straight out the top. Looking back, I wish I'd went ahead and used that hole, but oh well, holes in the roof now. It don't leak around it, but the wind-blown rain comes down the pipe. It's got another blow pipe inside of that, so it don't get down the exhaust, but it's still aggravating. Eventually I'm going to shut that all up. But as you can see, I got several big posts out there. Those things are heavy, heavy. I did find this. I forgot that I had. This is I want to say it's 16 inches across. It's got a little bit of water stain here. It could be sanded off real easy. But it's a nice piece. Every bit of 6 feet. As you can see, true probably 2.5 inches thick. It's a real nice piece. It's a ash is what it is. It's a piece of ash that was off that other smaller piece, but still got a mess, no doubt. But I got this much accomplished. I need to try to do something with that stuff, get it totally out of the way. I don't know what to do with that cherry. It's nice, but I got no need for it, guys. It's gonna sound crazy, but I thought about just using it as a post. Crazy to set a cherry as a post, ain't it? Not a in the ground post, but set concrete block out there, and I'm actually going to extend the building on out that way some, and that might be a post to set there. I'm also going to, I hope this is the plan. This is the reason this was never finished all the way across, is because I want to drop the roof line down a little, come out, and then extend just from that post over out to the end, out long ways, so that this log deck area here can be still outside. It's going to be out and open, but the carriage and everything will have a roof over it, extended long ways out that way, out into where you see the woods a little bit there. That's what I'd like to do. So every little bit helps. I'm going to try to clean up that little bit, throw away what I want to throw away, probably stack them beams up a little straighter, and move some things around just a little bit. I'm probably going to call it, because until I can figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of this stuff and actually make a plan for it, I'd like to do something with that walnut too, but I don't know where to go with it yet. So until I do, it's just planning it out. Like I said, guys, this is going to be a slow process, because I want the stuff, I don't want to just stack it to another place and then have to move it again and move it again and just keep doing that. Whenever I move it this time, I want it where it's going to be safe to be for a while and no problems. When I extend out, I want to make actual log or wood decks to where I can stack wood up and it not be a problem. I would like to have it set up on kind of a roller system, to where if I need to move it or something, I can. I have several little roller beds sitting around, so that I can stack up little stacks, get in them with forks, pick them up, set them where they actually need to be. That's what I'd like to do. That's the hope. If I can get that much done, that would be nice, to where, like I say, you can stack up. Okay, I'm sawing pine. I want to stack up my stack of pine. I can actually pick it up, set it where it's going to go, cover it up, whatever, and that way I know, okay, this is a stack of pine, this is a stack of cherry, this is a stack of cedar, whatever. That's what I'd like to do here, but I don't know. I can't wait to get back into sawing and not look at this mess. Anyway, share, like, subscribe, all that good jazz. If you got any suggestions on what to do with some of this stuff, let me know. I'm all ears. That's the downside to sawing stuff that you don't really have a need for right away, is it gets put in your way. And I ain't got no need for a lot of this stuff. So yeah. Anyway, see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Maybe I'll get it cleaned up someday.